time to jump on into the final upper bracket, technically best of one of the day. Let's see how it ends. Quick form check. Do we have some Brazilians in the audience still? Oh, not as many as earlier. Maybe not as loud. What about Australians? All right, they're all here for this one, and it looks like Ince is here, ready for a Glock coming straight towards him here at Outers, stuck towards credit, and not much help as well. But he's going to just fight for himself. Does a good job for the first PKL. Quick trade.
Oh, point man, Sicko. With those Julies, going to try and clear things out. However, paiN have already taken under. So, PKL just making that rotation so difficult for Grayhound. And with that bomb plant down, this round is now on a timer.
Shots coming through. Skullz managed to turn it to a two-man advantage, but for how long? Liazz, a little bit of a whiff there, has to go for the reload. Cost his life, and it's Skullz doing work here for paiN to take that T-side pistol.
And it just seemed as though it was fast, it was sharp, it was direct too from paiN. They didn't hesitate. As soon as they took territory outside, they were straight unders. They had that bomb planted within seconds. And so there really wasn't a lot for Grayhound to do. Their rotations were cut. They had their options limited. It's a good start for paiN, but can they continue that? I mean, Grayhound, they're forcing in with some pistols and some utility too, but do not have a kit, so they do not want this to go to post-plant situation at all.
Wally's forcing the CTs out of all nooks and crannies towards the A side of things with paiN. Taking it slow for the moment. biguzera straight out onto site. Only going to be able to get one. The Deeg in the hands of Ince, able to clean up another. Galil from Zevy doing some work here, and Hat's just looking to put a stop to the push out of Hut. If it ever comes, In's going to be caught in rotation, and it's looking pretty clean so far from paiN.
Yeah, they just sent that information play from Bigu out into top, and as soon as they got that stack of info, they backed off entirely, changed direction, now again going to take unders. They're grouped up quite well, spaced quite nicely. This should be all but a formality here. Grayhound will be looking for those exits though, just to accompany that armor they've invested in this round. But prioritization will be to try and save what they can.
Have something to fight with in round 3. Skullz not allowing Ali anywhere safe at all. Opts for the Deagle here instead. He's getting chased down like a dog. And Hard's out, does it with the MAC-10. Hats has one of his own to drop across to someone else, but we'll see if he can pick up an extra couple of dollars in the bank here. At range, not looking too good at the moment. There it is, headshot comes through. That's a bit of extra damage to paiN's economy.
Does survive though. But most importantly, gets that $600 in the bank as well. So as far as Grayhound's concerned, back to the drawing board a little. Yeah, economy's on the back foot. They did force into the last. This one's going to have to be very much on the eco side of things.
Damn, it's good to see those Grayhound jerseys again. Just want to put that out there.
It's good to see that kimono again.
Yeah. Kingfisher looking real swollen, that isn't he? Real handsome.
Relaxed.
Grayhound don't have a lot to play with here, but we'll see what they do, what they've brought to the party. paiN Gaming unfazed with what they have, of course, rifles across the board. And a cracking opening yet again. Ali, this time the big...
Mac, you said to me in the pre-game, as soon as we saw Nuke come out, Brazilian Nuke is scary. And they've got all the protocols in place right now and certainly looking to be that way. Wait until we start to see the gun rounds pan out, but everything's looking quite clinical so far.
Long range. Dink comes through, PKL. Looking worse for wear, but he's still stepping, still fighting. And looking to make his way late towards Annex, Liazz. Looks like we might see them try to retake that Outers control, knowing that that Dink came out onto PKL. He's going to be stuck down the silo for now. Inns can't react in time. Gets a shot off, but it's not enough to send PKL to the grave. They really want that AK.
It's probably their best in on this round, to be honest. They know where PKL is, but not trying to over-aggress either. Just trying to Get some exits. Hats also is just in the vicinity. But in all honesty, there's not a lot to write home about in this round for Grayhound. Very, very clinical, as I was saying with paiN. Liazz does actually pick up PKL, so the patience is rewarded. Retrieving that AK is going to be an entirely different quest.
Might just get it. Oh, good damage. Liazz chips away at range with the P250, and oh, he's not going to survive. Dies right at the end. paiN, stop him in his tracks and pick up a third. A very, very clean start on the T side of Nuke.
Yeah, that was all paiN for no gain there, unfortunately for Liazz. Let's just see now what they can cook up into the gun round. And no surprise to see Ali on that AWP. Decent belt of utility coming through. I am only seeing one kit on Liazz, so keep an eye on the transition of that throughout this round. But a good set of opening utility from paiN. Trying to smoke their way out. Oh, Inz is not respecting that anyway.
Just straight through the smoke. Blink and you'll miss it, and paiN was not ready to trade. So Grayhound find themselves a man advantage on the first gun round. And things slow down. paiN hitting the brakes and seeing if Grayhound overextend at all. Inzy's gone for this big rotation in through unders. He might find a timing. He's heard footsteps coming towards him. Almost the 2K, but Zevy, quick flick for the trade.
Ali, though, does square that ledger, so they do maintain a two-player advantage. Bigu's got some fantastic positioning, and I'm not too sure as to whether or not Ali's aware of his position at all, so this really could throw a spanner in the works.
Will CT vent player goes, spots it, and reacts. Bigu bit off more than he could chew there. And it was all down to Skullz in a 1-on-4. Kicks things off nicely with the refrag onto Sicko, but a 1-and-3. 30 seconds. Bomb in no man's land over towards outers there.
Just a chance to do damage, though, for Skullz. He's been quite proficient at it so far, 7-0. But look at Grayhound. They don't need to move a muscle.
Yeah. And Grayhound looks like they are out of the gates. First on the board.
Very nice.
Counter-terrorists win.
Skullz, still deathless, but there you go. The Australians are very happy with Grayhound picking up that first round. Now, we need to see a little bit more from the crowd right now. Thank you. That was enough.
I'll let it slide.
This time, all right. Well, into round 5. Grayhound need to pick up the pace here on the CT side, of course. Nuke. It's a dangerous time on the T side, but paiN have made it look relatively easy so far.
Yeah, the difference is now they're going to encounter a whole heap of utility. Bigu's just taking a lot of damage through that spam. Hats is making his presence known. Important for Hats to get involved early on. Traditionally, just being one of those players that if he gets on early in a match, can be really hard to deal with. So it's important he just gets off to the perfect start. But Grayhound right now, done so much damage in the early exchanges. They do have a layer of utility though, paiN, to be able to utilise, and they're just going to be setting themselves up in the lobby. Those smokes are going to come through to outside. And
Let's lots of smoke coming through there.
Yeah, let's just see whether or not that's enough to pull some rotations out from Grayhound.
Late ramp hit. paiN starting to move through trophy. Liazz on the offline, and he's got a helping hand in Inz right there. 2 for 1 though so far. And paiN looking damn good. 4v2 now. And they'll smack that stick straight in reverse, go back to lobby. And they've definitely picked the right side to go to. Grayhound, however, same can't be said.
No, the readjustment from paiN has been perfect. And Skullz really put his stamp on that round. They should be able to get the bomb plant down relatively fuss-free. And what will Grayhound do? I think the save might be on. Find themselves at the wrong bomb site.
We have a look at the economy there from Grayhound. It leaves something to be desired. So a couple of rifles into the next is definitely going to lend a helping hand. paiN now 4 rounds this early on the T side. That is dangerous territory if Grayhound don't start to pick it up.
I was going to say, neither team really wanting to try and force the issue, take any engagements post-plant. Won't be healthy for paiN Gaming either, but they're just hoping that they can maybe catch a CT out who is wandering. Not to be the case though, so paiN hit back almost immediately. The perfect reply, keeping numbers up as well. And so they stretch themselves out now to a 4-1 lead. Grayhound with the back of that round now. They have 2 weapons to work with. That crossfire was good, but Skullz and Zevy were all over it. That was the killing blow though.
So sharp. A lot of tension already. And paiN have come a long way over a long period of time. But again, look, as you mentioned before, Nuke is just so scary when you're playing against Brazilian teams because you never know what you're going to get. paiN, their structure is looking real good today coming into this one.
Yeah, their T-side structure and their discipline is certainly what's got them into this commanding position so far. However, we're now entering into another gun round here for Grayhound and a chance to just reel their opposition back in. This time, though, the economy's a little healthier. Ali's the only one really having to forego any utility whatsoever. And, well, change in tempo coming out from paiN. Early smokes out to take some territory, but in the meantime, just so much emphasis around the squeaky door. Is Hat's going to try and see whether or not he can slip the net?
Oh, it's an uppers bust coming through. paiN straight out of hut they go. Sticko, good for 1. Drake comes through, and Hats as well drops that bomb straight outside a door. He's knocking on heads, he's knocking on everything, and he's knocking paiN down. Shift walking through the smoke though, gives up the bomb control for a moment. In spawns PKL at outers, and it's down to Zevy in a 1-on-4. Pre-scoped, clearing everything, has to dodge the flash there. And there's the deathly blow. Hats, the super sub, rejoining the boys. A big round for him.
Just let him soak that in too. How good is that for an entry into the gun round now? paiN Gaming have not run out of steam on the money train just yet. And this is a change in tempo. They're going to try and stand hard out that door, but he's met with the wall of Sicko. And again, they have to go back to the drawing board as they're going to line up. He finds 3, and now paiN are on the back foot.
Not bad at all there. Beautiful start of the round for Grayhound. But I'm not going to write paiN off just yet because we've seen what they can do. Zevy, PKL, pretty sharp so far, and there is White. Lines it up, strikes it, In's head gone.
Thing is too, I don't want to be throwing players away unnecessarily either for Grayhound. I don't want to be throwing those player lives away. They've got to keep their money strong. I'm looking across the board there, and it's important that they actually keep 3 surviving. Otherwise, they're going to feel the pinch as these rounds continue to amass.
Look at how they're playing this as well. Grayhound, relatively spaced out. No one close to trade. And paiN, it's the opposite, right? Buddy system playing together. We're going to trade it through, but Liazz, a tight line at ramp works well to make it this 1-on-3. And PKL, 1 flash in the kit. Him against Liazz down towards B. Let's see if he can make it all the way down. Early rotation coming through. Great comms here from Grayhound. But 10 seconds to plant now. PKL. He's found that first. He knows that someone's over towards control room, but he has to risk a plant at some point soon. And Liazz goes wide, and he'll lock it down for Grayhound.
Was an expensive round, though. And they do get that round on the board. However, it came at a cost. So paiN are doing a good job. Despite losing some of these rounds, they are keeping that CT economy honest. The temptation will certainly be on their end to buy. I mean, they get that plant, they're going to buy. But the fact that it was in limbo, didn't quite get it. They're not going to have that slight economic stimulus that you need. So just back to pistols. This is a chance now for Grayhound to build their bank.
Nate's connect. PKL. Down to 58 here early. Grayhound happy just to hold themselves together. Liazz behind the nade peaks. Almost picks up that first kill, jumping across to draw the crosshair. Has not worked for Skullz. Ali's here, close to the elbow. Could get ran down. A little bit too big for his boots there. Orp now in the hands of Hard's out. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yep, he's already picked up in, so this is starting to spiral out of control for Grayhound unless they can reel things back in. The bright spot is they do have control of the bomb for now, so it's going to draw paiN Gaming back to that area of the map to try and reclaim. And that's going to allow Grayhound some critical time to regroup.
So much time to play with, though. There might be some extra util on the ground for Grayhound to recycle. For now, paiN Gaming happy just to wait it all out. Hard's out. There's a gap in that smoke. He's happy just to wait. To smoke of his own to try to retrieve, but at the same time, it's just going to isolate these angles. They have to worry about everyone. The left side of ramp as they come around elbow. Liazz, first point of contact. You've got Hats pretty close to trade. Let's see if the swing comes through. Oh, bomb retrieved. They haven't spotted it. They've let it get away. And with 10 seconds to plant now, paiN, they have threaded that needle. Hats, he's rushing. He's looking to stop the plant. And Bigu's still got to clear everything here on site. How's the coverage? Hard's out. Barrel spotted. Wrap coming through, and it's going to be a 2-for-0 trade. Grayhound. They let the bomb get planted, but they pick up the round. And we're all tied up here at 4 rounds each.
Great spot there from Hats. He saw the fishing rod up the top of the ladder. And that was just easy for Liazz to pre-fire that, but I'll tell you what.
I don't know if you could hear that.
Yeah, I heard all of it.
They were rubbing that one in.
All right.
Mental warfare.
Good recovery, though, from paiN, to be honest. They made that, again, another round expensive for Grayhound. So despite the fact they're winning these rounds, their money really hasn't had a chance to stretch its legs.
Very true. Let's see what changes going into round 9. paiN, round loss bonus worked up now. So with plenty to play with here, coming out of that eco in the previous, they still did so much damage to Grayhound.
Yeah. That's what Grayhound needs to be careful of, is this changes in tempo, changes in aggression. But what it is forcing Grayhound to do is use a lot of their utility in the same places. Whether or not paiN Gaming can get the read on that, just slightly adjust what they're doing. Bait out some of that utility early on. Does mean longer rounds though, but paiN have shown that when the rounds really start to slow down, it does slightly turn in their favour.
Who's going to make this first move? paiN now looking to bust their way through door. Squeak onto the A site. Hats here at Tetris just waiting for this push to come through. But again, I think they were just trying to bait out that extra util. 50 seconds. Plenty for paiN to utilise. And Ali just playing this offline. Let's see how it goes.
I'm going to try and force the issue with the triple step though. So see whether they can get him off the line. Oh, the timing. Oh!
Bigu going to be opening it up on ins of all things. And that's going to be Ali just running for his life. Hat's great re-aggression in through Hut. And that's going to be radio control. So now they need to figure out where paiN is going. It's up to heaven. But they still need to get to sight. And Grayhound, they are here and ready to defend on their lives.
It's a wave of utility. They're just waiting out first. But Sicko is just playing around superbly. Hats in tow. And they make this topside defense look easy. Zevy's there, but it's not a round where paiN will be successful. The great raw adjustment from Grayhound means that they keep things very, very close now. They're starting to inch ahead. It's been paiN Gaming all the way. Grayhound have had to dig in and fight.
That's a big string of rounds. That's the thing about the T-side. It's like, get them while they're hot, right? Get those T-side rounds in early, and paiN have done just that. But now they're starting to run into a couple of issues. See if that changes as the half goes on. But we're already now into round 10. Grayhound are thriving.
Just need to make sure that they do deal with these slower anti-eco rounds. Liazz just playing around the corner of that smoke.
Nade gets a little bit of chip damage, but look at the timing. paiN might be able to thread a needle. Oh, Skullz. Can't quite do it. Crosshair, it's there, and so is the spray. Liazz picks up 2 of the deagles. Bigu, smoke fading, gets his mitts on a rifle for a moment. A split second before Hats returns the favour.
It's a good trade. Hats now under some pressure in the top side. Well, PKL and Zevy. Now just PKL with that weapon has been dropped. So there's nothing on offer for paiN in that round. They are finding these openings though. They're making opportunities for themselves, but it's just Grayhound being able to seize the moment. They're actually playing off each other quite well on that CT side. It's not much happening without a trade for Grayhound, which has been the real shining light for them in these last few rounds.
Well, 2-round lead now. Economy looking a little bit more healthy for Grayhound. paiN up against the ropes, but still this round, plenty to work with. And it looks like we may see an attempt at the uppers bust. Bigu just waiting to make his move. Oh, Molly goes down, but so does Hats. And they're not going to have a damn chance to defend here. biguzera, too damn sharp coming out of Hut.
That's a statement there from paiN Gaming. They have just railed themselves into top. They catch the timing on Hats. And now Liazz, well, he's just looking to save what he's got. The bomb plant's yet to come in, but it's only a few moments away. Inns and Liazz will be grouping back up. We'll give them a little bit of time, but Zevy's on the hunt.
Oh, timing spotted. Inns, maybe a rifle in the way there. Zevy catches him napping. Liazz tucked away in the corner here at Warehouse. Knows where at least 2 of the T's are. Plays that one as a one-way. Crisp shot under the head. See you later. biguzera wanted the whole damn cake, and Liazz, he'll be traded eventually, but what a couple of shots there, huh?
He's looking sharp. He's looking sharp, but unfortunately he doesn't take anything into that round. And despite the best efforts of Grayhound, paiN are still nipping at their heels. They are still there. They are really keeping them honest. And I mean, I'm looking at this this economy situation too as it continues to just swing back and forth. This will be sort of it for Grayhound. They really want to try and make the most of this round. Otherwise, they really are going to find things difficult in the back end of the first half.
Change in pace for Grayhound. Different setup over towards outers now. Putting much more priority in this position. Sicko not too far away to help his brethren in the corner, but it's Inns. One and done. Trade comes through for paiN, who are starting to show some more priority towards the outside area.
They've just taken that kill, backed off, hoping to potentially catch some CT aggression and information. That's not to be the case, and just looking to regroup back into lobby. Sicko now is only just starting to look for that information, but look at the patience here.
Ooh.
PKL again. Well, it's actually Zevy, sorry. They've always had someone lurking outside paiN. Really makes rotation quite difficult for Grayhound.
I could see why you thought it was PKL.
Yeah, he's been in every round.
Pretty much. Molly towards the upper side now. Hats not quite forced off the top of Hut, but you can see paiN Gaming rerouting with the fake on A and making their way all the way to secret. No eyes on this position. Ali going to be able to strike on a biguzera, but there's no one down on B here. But Grayhound, man advantage, definitely able to go for the retake.
Yeah, the question is, are they going to be cut off at the vents? That's going to be a key line of traffic for Grayhound in this retake. The utility comes out to just deny them entry for the moment. So they have to reconfigure how they're going to attempt this retake.
We've got Zevy and Hardzao ready to play it together. Hardzao in the vent. Flash there for info, and the retake is stopped for a moment by that nade. Zevy is light pickings for him with a triple. Big old spray down there in the halls, and Liazz not going to be touching that B site with a 10-foot pole. 6 now for paiN Gaming. Tied up again, and the momentum swinging straight back to the Brazilians.
Well, every round that Grayhound have had, it feels as though they've been in the fight of their lives for at least, the start of it. And right now, they are certainly feeling the pinch. paiN have found themselves rallying for these last few rounds, and it's just been that clinical approach for them. They've tried to vary the tempo. They've tried to just bait some of these rotations out of Grayhound, and it's been working wonders for them. They've been finding these openings into the rounds, and they've just been punishing individuals. They've been able to isolate individual duels with Grayhound, and that is not boding well for the Australian side.
A quick pause coming through. See what's going on in just a moment. There's less smiles in the Grayhound camp for a moment. But have a look at this one again. Zevy, big play coming through, turning the 3-on-4 quick smart into a 3-on-1.
Yeah, some of these post-plant positions, the crossfires they've set up paiN, really have been inflicting pain.
Yeah. How are we feeling? The game's all tied up, guys. Wait, Brazil, how you guys going? You happy? Yeah, I'll be pretty happy too. What about you guys? You happy with Grayhound? They have 6 rounds. Is that enough yet? What do they need? Oh, that's good job, guys. I'm real proud of you. Thought I'd just check. You're welcome. Anyway, not too sure what's wrong. I did see paiN Gaming having a quick chat with everyone on stage there, so hopefully it will be sorted shortly. I'm really proud of everyone. You want to know why?
You're having a moment, Matt.
I have
I'm
not
let you have
seen
it.
a shoey yet. I think you've done well. It's not the weekend yet. I don't want to see any of the Savo, okay? Save them for tomorrow. Yeah? All right. We'll go with that. Everyone, is that Bogey, man? It is. What a legend.
I'm happy to let you just interact solely with the crowd, Mac. It's great.
Well, you can talk. Say something to them. They love you too.
All right, guys. We're going to get into this momentarily. How's the energy in here?
I think they can do better.
It needs a little bit of a pump up, guys. How's the energy in here? That's a bit better.
There you go. That's what we're looking for. A little bit of fun. I'm actually having so much fun. My voice is holding up. I'm loving that. I'm loving you guys. I think ESL Challenger Melbourne has been a damn success so far. And we have a whole half a day remaining. After this, we have qual matches, straight to playoffs. A couple of teams. They're going to be dodging Saturday. They get to jump in the crowd with you guys. And then, of course, tomorrow, got some elimination matches. Have one of those right at the end of today. Big best of 3. That will be EG and Wings Up off the top of my head.
I believe so.
So one of those teams is going to be eliminated today already. You hate to see it because both those teams have put in such a decent effort to get here.
Absolutely. It's not a short flight. And I think as far as all of these teams are concerned, want to maximise their time in Australia. Want to maximise it. Live it up. The weather could be a little bit better, but I'm sure the crowd could also lend their energy to the weather.
Yeah, very true. We can sort that out tomorrow. I'm seeing smiles. I'm seeing movement. Hopefully it means we're not too far away from jumping on in. But look, so far, paiN with 6 on the T side. I feel like they are in a very good position to maybe close this out in a second. But we'll see how the remaining rounds go. Of course, there's 3 more to play before that halftime break.
Now, my question to you, Mac, is... I know you were looking to see whether or not you could get your hands on one of those kimonos being worn by the coach of Grayhound, Kingfisher.
Yes.
Have you managed to procure one?
Not yet. I could run up there and steal it, but I'd get in trouble because the game's live.
Well,
But did you hear that? The game's live, guys. How good is that?
For me.
Very good. Let's jump on into round 13. See what happens before half time. See if that momentum is going to shift after a little old pause.
Now, we've just got that M4 that Liazz has kept his hands on for now. The rest of Grayhound are just going to play off the back of that, so it's actually some contact play coming up from the CT side. This is super aggressive, but Skullz is there. Oh, good for the 180.
Okay.
They do pick up that AK though, so managed to retain the M4, take that AK with them. And to be honest, it's actually not a bad into the round. However, that M4 goes down and now Inns, he's going to go unchecked, but he can't quite find
Close your eyes.
the mark.
Ali, a chance now. Two quick ones. And the other two T's just a little too far away to deal with yet. But he's
having none of
in
it.
with a shot.
They're having none of it, Mac. They have just vacated the scene. Straight up the vent, get that bomb plant, prioritise that. Now, Ali's got a flash, but whether or not he's getting the comms to go for it, Bigu's there to welcome him with open arms. Nothing for Grayhound out of that round, so
Yeah.
wasn't a lot invested into it.
No armor makes it that little bit harder for Ali to fight back in a situation like that. Good spray transfer, good damage to paiN's economy, but again, look, not much was brought in. Have a look at that again. Quick old 180 from Skullz. This man's been impressing the hell out of me today.
They've been looking sharp, and now just looking to take some early engagements. Again, a lot of utility focused around Squeaky Dog. Oh, tempting fate there. Ali's looking for that follow-up peak.
PKL knows better than that, though.
He's got interest and didn't go much further than that.
With the info, they are going to go for the L smokes at Outers. Deny that extra info.
They're going to have to deal with this smoke at ramp because the contact play was looking dangerous. That grenade, had it gone just a touch deeper, could have done more damage, but Liazz is just poking and prodding that smoke.
Flash through, man's alive, didn't go for the drop here. Finds two, Ali chimes in. And paiN Gaming is getting it torn apart right now, but we've seen them win these 2v4s, so you don't want to run them off just yet. Inns as well, tucked away, sneaky at the back of ramp is enough to close that out. Sicko deals with the Outers member, and there you have it. 7 apiece. Who's going to be in the lead at the half?
Well, we'll find out at the conclusion of this next round, but Mac, I've been quite impressed by both of these two teams. They've had, you know, some good passages to play, some good rounds, but it really is a tug of war right now as to who actually has the clear supremacy. paiN Gaming, a lot of structure, a lot of discipline. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but Grayhound just have a lot of grit and determination and capitalising a lot on their early openings into these rounds. paiN, though, if they've been able to find that opening entry, have had a lot of success in just putting Grayhound into the dirt.
Well, Liazz has been tested a few times, and it looks like it's about to happen again. Great combination of the flashes, but Liazz survives for the moment. Hards out. Heads up play to swing on a hat there.
At that point, they're expecting it. They know exactly where to look. As soon as Liazz vacates the premises, they turn their attention straight to that elbow. And so there's not a lot Hats can do. He's just got to try and fight for his life. But again, they've got top control at the top.
Ali going to be crunched upon, but Skullz does it all himself from the rafters. PKL still lurking there at radio, and things not looking too hot for the Hounds in a 2-on-4 for the retake.
Just been smoked out now too. They've got a lot to deal with. So they're going to have to try and take control of ladder base, but Skullz is there. He's there denying entry, Mac, and I don't think this is going the way of Grayhound.
Yeah. It's a tall ask for Liazz here. Has to get that reload off, and he will fall, but there you have it. paiN, 8-7 at the half, and they're going onto the defense. Jim, we got to send this to a half-time break. But ladies and gents, we'll see you just after with the second.
Let's love for the night. Slow dance till the sun comes up. Let's touch under lights. Slow dance till we're high on love, high on love. 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 Till we're high on love. Till we're high on love. Till we're high on love, high on love. Till we're high on love, high on love. Till we're high on love.
Is time to jump on into that second half, see who comes out on top, and it's looking real grim for Grayhound going onto the T side, but look, a pistol could sweeten that deal, Jim.
Certainly could make things a lot easier for them, and we already saw paiN on that T side. It's certainly possible to fashion yourselves a half, but In's looking to take contact and attention towards Squeaky early on. It's just allowing the rest of Grayhound to filter outside. Could isolate a duel actually with PKL, but needs to be careful. Doesn't want to take too much chip damage.
Oh, angle found. biguzera with the duel. He's bringing those into the round. Always a dangerous game, but we've seen them succeed today a few times. PKL close range, though, has to try to flick it, but he's not going to make it work. It's two quick ones for Grayhound, and they are keeping this pace going all the way to lockers now. Ali jumping in and just drawing out the attention, picking up the kill as well. Bigu going to be spotted, making his way out of Annex there, and Hard's out. His position now known as well. So Grayhound have every single bit of information that they need, but they don't have the bomb site just yet. Bigu's still here, playing over the top of Tetris. Sicko, mate. But he coming in the other way. But it's Liazz to knock him down a notch. Hard's out, over towards the lobby, and a 1-on-3 is spotted now. And it's that much more awkward for him to win the round.
Yeah, just looking to play this post-plant positioning and this bomb timer perfectly. Likely he doesn't have a kit, so they're factoring that in. There is one in play, but it's a little too far now for Hard to try and find. Going to isolate 3 different duels, and it's not going to be enough. Liazz puts the stamp on a Grayhound round, and that is a good way to get things rolling in the second half. As we said, they need a big T side here.
Yeah.
paiN Gaming have already led the way there. And now it's on Grayhound to try and match that or better it.
Could be the momentum swapper that we need. Let's see if it is. Grayhound need to start to, replicate what we saw from paiN in that first half. A big start before paiN get those rifles cranking. paiN even going for the force here into the second, so we'll see what they end up doing. Bigu breaking the vent. Just trying to draw some attention, but Grayhound not committing too hard to anything, even with the outer smokes.
No, they certainly don't want to put themselves in a situation where they are forced into areas of the map they don't want to be in, into duels that they don't necessarily have in their favour. But just patience in T lobby for the rest of Grayhound. As Squeaky will be blown open. It'll just now passage through. The counter smoke will actually come in from paiN, so things are just in a holding pattern for now. They've allowed Hats to just get outside as well. So he'll be making his way through Secret.
Timing, a huge factor here as Hats takes contact on the lower side. You got Sicko pressuring at mini here, trying to make his way to A. He gets that first pick as well, flash towards CT vent, and it's looking pretty good, pretty clear, all look across the A site. We'll see what paiN can do. 3 players over towards ramp, maybe able to get in behind enemy lines just in time. But they could just opt to save as well, and it looks like that may be what they've decided to do.
Yeah, that or the prospect of exits is probably the one thing. I thought maybe they'd be given a gift, something had been thrown down the vent, maybe a weapon, but just a pistol. So nothing on offer for paiN for the moment, but they'll be prioritising that armour that they've currently got on both Bigu and Hard. So Grayhound are not taking any chances either. They're going to try and upgrade a pistol here and there if they can, but it's actually quite a clean round, quite a pacifist approach to Counter-Strike, actually.
paiN Gaming just trying to maximise their chances in the next round. 9 alive at the end of it. I think, you know, little handshake there. Both teams going to be very happy with that.
Oh, come on. Give it another run. Run it back.
You can sing louder than that. Yeah, that was better. Yeah. Lovely voices, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. Into round 18 we go.
That's better.
There we go. Thunderous. Got Zevy. Hunt for something through the smokes there. No kills just yet. Bit of a chip onto Hats and Sicko that Nate thrown earlier.
It's a nice group's approach from Grayhound. But coming up against these pistols and these MP9s, going to have the work cut out for them. Just pure, unadulterated strafe prowess.
PKO expecting the boost peak, and he heals with it well. Big deek shot, and that's a man advantage. paiN scurrying down towards the lower side. Grayhound still here, stuck in the halls. And taking their sweet time, but it's given paiN so much of that to rotate right back down.
This is not looking good for Grayhound as far as territory is concerned. They've just been filtered into these positions. And they actually have to just fight their way out. Like they have to wait for some of this utility to expire.
30 seconds. Only towards double means no one can go to control for seconds, and it looks like that might be the reroute straight back up towards the top side. Inti's clearing it, 20 seconds, and there's the maneuver over towards the back of door. Ali deals with that player. See you later, biguzera. And there's time to plant as well. paiN Gaming thought they read Grayhound like a damn book, but the book's been set on fire.
Grayhound had to get out of that situation. They absolutely had to get out of that situation. They were just filtering into these crossfires that they didn't have a lot of time to try and dismantle. And taking even firefights. They wanted the player advantage. They want to utilise that. However, there's still a way in here for paiN, should they wish to take it.
That place looks good. PKL on the flank, gets his head ripped off. Liazz not able to do enough, and there is plenty of time for a big old 10-second defuse to come through. Grayhound got so damn close, but paiN hit back and keep it even, 9 apiece.
That is patience in the retake. That is patience and well played from paiN to get that back in their favour. Zevy on that scout doing work.
Yeah.
I mean, things kicked off with Sicko doing a triple backflip in secret, and it really did look like the read was good from paiN. However, Grayhound, that adjustment, taking that individual duel into the top side, that was a good read. However, paiN are looking dangerous despite not having weapons advantage. So there's a lot to think about here for Grayhound. I'm not surprised to see tactical taken just to try and steady things. We are still in the balance here, Mac.
Look at that. Difference maker there. PKL and Zevy as well. Getting that hard control, enabling the retake to be so much more successful. Liazz couldn't do it all himself there. From down on site. Now the economy starts to become a question for Grayhound. There's nothing left after this fight. They'll have to go down to pistols, and paiN Gaming, they could start to run away with the game if this round goes well for them.
Just a momentary reprieve, though, in terms of tempo. A lot of utility baited out early on in the piece, and it's not a game that either team can afford to be baited into. So no team actually doing too much damage thus far. I do get the impression, though, Grayhound are looking to just sniff out outside, see what's happening. Contact play on the cards, of course. There will be a smoke there from Alistair that'll at least give them some safe passage into secret.
Molly goes down. paiN Gaming look just to buy some extra time. Hill smokes. Their hats down. Sicko's not too far away. Looks like it is just going to be the push stay instead. PKL is going to get his head ripped off. Hat, the entries, they're good. The super sub doing damn work. Ali is going to pick one up with the molly. And the 2-on-4, paiN Gaming looking worse for wear.
And now the retake potential for a lost topside. It's not looking too healthy, you're right. Utility's not great either. They've just got flashes to try and fashion something. Bomb plant goes in, and now Grayhound have this round under control. They won't be looking to push the issue, though, and look for exits or try and take any guns out of the hands of paiN Gaming. Not in a great position themselves, but, I mean, if Inns can do some damage here, fantastic. That really does just reel things in and hopefully gives them an advantage into the next few rounds, but it's really important here that both Zevy and Hard save what they've got.
Yeah. Real deep into the game now. That's Grayhound to pick up 10 first. 6 more needed on the T side. And they're really just beating the stats at the moment. I was having a look. 75% of their rounds won over the last, couple of months or so. It's usually on that CT side, so the T side leaves something to be desired, but they're really bringing it today. With a home crowd here in Melbourne, Australia.
Sorry, where are we, Mac?
Melbourne. Australia. Yeah,
there we go.
They caught on. I could have yelled louder. Oh my, hats again. This man is on a mission to prove he's still got it. He's been grinding so much lately. And mechanically, look, he's still here. He's still cracking.
Does a good job of just nullifying that CT aggression early on. PKL taken out of the picture, and, well, biguzera's just trying to stabilize, but he continues to just be posted up at red outside. If Hats can isolate that duel... Oh, it's not going to go the way. That's a good job from biguzera just to even the scorecard as they head towards ramp now. Oh, Zevy didn't spot him.
The angle, he was just too close to that box. Inns gets the better of him. And that might just be Grayhound's way back into the round. You're looking at paiN Gaming's economy as well. If they can't stop this push onto B, then it's safe territory already. So we'll see if they're going to be able to stop it. Hard's out doing a good job to find it that first, to find the equalizer. And biguzera over from control as well. Just laying down the groundwork. And paiN, they're still here. They're still fighting. They're not done with the round yet.
Yeah, the bomb plant's only just going to come in, and they're going to try and take that one-on-one. And now Ali has got a lot of work to do. 3v1 and he can't quite dance around. The bomb plant never came in. And that is a big round for paiN to win.
That was huge. 3 on 4. Didn't know if they'd go for it, but they come out without losing another man. So big swing round 1. Keeps us close, keeps us even. 10 rounds each so far. And of course, it's still just best of 1s. We're not up to the best of 3s yet.
No, so we're not into that territory just yet. However, Grayhound are in that force pistol territory. No armor though. Unless you're Liazz, and they're just going to go straight to the top side. Try and rain some Tech9 Divine.
He's alive. He's missed half his shots, but the rest of the boys on site keep him alive. And it's down to ins now. Tech9, the smoke isolating him in the hut here. 4 Brazilians to get past as well. That is a big ask, but there's the first. Couldn't get onto the second. Zevy, quick trade. 3 alive again. And paiN, they take that lead right back, 11-10.
It's been wrestled back in good fashion too. Now, this is where Grayhound need that extra lift in this round. They're coming in with the 5 AKs, faster and mobile.
Yeah.
Utility is decent, so this will probably be their best chance to really stop paiN before that economy starts to really become a problem for them. Oh, Zevy nearly gets caught on that cross there. He doesn't want to do that. Go down cheaply with that AWP.
Oh, he knows his angles though. Look at him ready and waiting for the jiggle on the top of Silo. Has he spotted Hats over at the back of red? He does have that helping hand from PKL over towards credit. We'll see how all this works out. The rest of Grayhound now regrouping over towards the lobby, just to lock down that control.
Hats has already taken some attention here, so he's just slowly but surely forcing paiN Gaming to turn their attention toward outside and at least play a little bit deeper now, a little bit deeper set back towards ladder base. And even at the back of the annex, so take control of some territory here outside. Grayhound, again, just going to be using that wall of smokes. Is the timing going to work out?
He's ready for Hats to pull that sneaky maneuver again. This time Grayhound have gone right through, little gap to player out, and Hats gets the better of PKL yet again. Man advantage. That doesn't mean it's around just yet, because Skullz is here, and he's got no damn fear. Cracking open Grayhound like a can of damn worms. Skullz again, another. And Grayhound, this gets that much more difficult. Runs out of bullets though. No fourth for him. Ali chimes in. And now it's down to biguzera in a 1-on-2 to clutch it.
He's got the power of position right now too, so this could be a real problem as that bomb plant comes in. And he's isolated the 1v1 now.
It's called a timing. Ali swinging. Blinded. He is very happy with that one.
So is the crowd by the sound of things, and that is a well-earned round for Grayhound. Tell you what though, paiN keeping them honest. Ooh. Skullz looked like he was about to do it all himself, to be honest.
Big round from Ali. Put a ring on him.
If you like it. Most importantly, Matt, they've really caused a lot of problems for paiN's money. Zevy is the outlier with that AWP, but they've also got Hard now just forcing into this. They've forced what they can. So this is a real opportunity for Grayhound to put a nail in the coffin.
Oh, good trade coming through there. Liazz thought he was safe, but look at the timing of the push here. The coordination of paiN looks real good this round. They've only brought pistols in and a couple of lackluster weapons, but they're upgrading by the second. And there's another. That's going to be bombed down Ali after a big round. He's taken out of the equation, and just like that, when the Hounds find some momentum, paiN, they stop them in their tracks. That round was the one that their eco was supposed to get crushed, but they just wrote the page themselves.
That is how you crush a team's momentum. Full stop. They came into that round, they had barely anything. They had an M4, they had an AWP, and the rest were pistols. They had no right to win that round, but they do the damage, they get the job done. some individual brilliance brings paiN back into the equation, and the pendulum has swung so mightily in favour of them. Look at the money on Grayhound. They're just back to pistols themselves, so we're really in that hard decision territory for the IGLs. Let's just see how things pan out. Whether or not Grayhound can do similar damage. Catch some timing.
Molly in. Flash through for Grayhound, but the molly is more than enough to stop these T's from running into this crossfire at ramp. At least for a moment, PKL gets some revenge onto Hats finally. And paiN are very happy with the man advantage. Make it to Skullz. You can't get past him easily. He's run out of bullets this time. But that may be all Grayhound get in the round.
The only thing that stops him is the end of his clip. And they're not even allowed entry into the site.
Ooh, in. Tucked away in the corner now. Flash through. Good crosshair placement, but it's not enough to net another kill. And paiN are running away with this one. 13-11. Grayhound don't have round loss bonus, but I believe they've got enough to buy going into this. So it could be their last chance to get back into the game.
It's going to be on the scrappy end of things too if they do take that route. So some hard decisions, some concessions being made. And, well, they're going to take that hard eco.
Mate. Oh.
Much better decision, to be honest. Give themselves full chance in the next. Maybe even just try and take a few weapons out of the economy here for paiN.
Yeah. Some damage to those CT finances is the answer in the long run. But look, we're around 25 now. There's not much running left to do in this race. And Hard's out. He's starting to hit his stride. PKL, the double with the Galil. Zevy pulls out the secondary. And Grayhound find nothing in the round.
That is exactly how you want things to be at this stage of the game too. Clean and easy. That's all you need in your anti-ecos, particularly on that CT side. But now, this is pressure time for Grayhound. To go to the drawing board, fashion themselves a T-side round, which haven't been easy to come by if you go by the stats of Grayhound in the last 3 months.
Yeah. Now, I haven't heard a yeah the boys yet, so I'm going to say yeah the, and you say boys or hounds, and whichever's louder is what they are, okay? So, yeah the! Yeah, it's boys, there you go. All right, got our answer. Probably need a bit more energy if you want Grayhound to win this. You'll see him tomorrow, but will they be upper or lower bracket? Find out soon.
Early smokes outside. Just forming that wall, trying to mask as much information as possible. They've changed the tempo, but so have paiN.
Disrespect, not giving him an inch. Liazz with the punish for one. But are they going to expect another from the same damn position? The lobby crunches looked pretty good so far. And Grayhound cuts down, rotate outers. And Hats has been doing so well at opening things up. Again, just creating so much space here, making his way to Secret. It looks good, and Grayhound, they're not too far away.
They're within striking distance, but haven't been able to catch the frags that they need. Now, Liazz could be a real thorn in the side of any potential rotation. It's a bit of a walk-off right now. It's Bigu just jump spotting. As soon as he makes contact here, he's just going to be falling back into the site. Now he's got the crossfire. He's got that door smoke, so things get hard for Grayhound. And well, Liazz is actually making a move here, so it's a bit of a tense standoff, but...
Shadow spotted, and Liazz can't find a thing this time. Draw some attention for the moment. But Grayhound deciding where they want to go. 30 seconds left here in the round. Hats again. Won't be able to find the entry towards A, but it looks like Grayhound may just force the point. Ali looking to be the hero yet again. Makes his way to Decon. Hats. They know that there's no time to make space. Flash not going to make its way through the door, but the entries, they come through. 2 paiN members down in the grave. And Zevy not going to be able to stop that one from being planted. There's no health on Grayhound. PKL. He is packing his bags and going straight back to Secret. It's looking good for Grayhound. They are not done yet, Melbourne.
That is a round where they have pulled every rabbit out of every hat that they are currently wearing. It wasn't looking good for them in terms of numbers. It wasn't looking good for them in terms of the crossfire that they had to dismantle, but they make it work. The flash wasn't super convincing, but it was enough to just disrupt the lines that paiN were holding. And so Greyhounds, they are finding their way into these rounds where they're not looking like they're in a favourable position, but back to the wall, they're showing they've still got the grit.
Yeah. Only 2 rounds in it at the moment. But it feels like we've got another whole series to get through. We'll see how it all ends up. Ali, Hats both teaming up to crack open that B site. Beautiful counter-strike. paiN Gaming, blink and you'll see what they can do.
It's a nice little grenade into topside. Bigu just has his toes tickled. And we're starting to see them rain out here into topside, but paiN have got all the answers so far. Hats might be able to catch some timing, but the opportunity, the window is closed.
Grayhound, not fully committing. Still have a bit of util to play with, but with Liazz falling, makes it that much harder. Ali making a lot of noise over towards Trophy. Does draw a couple of rotations back out from paiN, who tried to cheat their way towards the A site. Go for a bit of a gamble stack. And the sound might have been just enough to force out those rotations. Hats now on an adventure. Let's see if he can catch a timing. Looks pretty good for the moment. And oh, he's gone, skis. Zevy reads him like a book.
And that's the end of Hats' point-and-click adventure, but Greyhound still have 3, and they can still turn this back around. However, they are going to try and chance their hand out squeaky. Ali finds that opening into top. However, they've still got to remove Skullz, and it's a hard line to clear. They're going to drop into the vent, straight into the hands of PKL.
Straight to their deaths as well. And there goes in 4 alive for paiN. That's 15 secured. Match point for paiN. And they've got 3 of those to play with.
Yeah, they had some hard decisions to make. They couldn't check everything. They found an entry. They thought maybe that was enough to pull a rotation off the site. They didn't see anything, so they immediately dropped into the vent. They had to work with the information they had, which wasn't a lot. And so now Greyhound, they've just tried to force everything they can into this round. They've just thrown caution into the wind. They've got the Tech 9s. They've got the Whitlam sampler of weaponry.
And a change in this outer setup as well. paiN looking to be more aggressive this time. Hats just looking to draw attention all on his own. And the rest of the Hounds doing their thing, and it is... Oh, doesn't go for the hard clear, and PKL gets that for free. Notice that out of this clear as well. Greyhound speed things up on the opposite side of the map, looking for this ramp control. But paiN, they're pretty happy with the setup they have. 3 on uppers, 2 on lowers.
Yeah, they're pretty entrenched in this site. It's going to be difficult for Greyhound to work their way in, given the utility they've got at their disposal too. 2 smokes and a flash.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be pretty thrifty.
Hards out. Looking like this first point of contact. Jiggling. Bring that attention. Smoke out the double doors to try to help out biguzera, who is lurking below the rafters. He's got 2 into 3rd. Man is looking to close things out right here, right now, and Hards out does it. 16 to 13, and paiN Gaming are going to be going up against Imperial in the upper bracket. You know what that means, Jim? We have an Australian team going home tomorrow. in a lower bracket elimination best of 3.
That's a bitter pill to swallow. Certainly for Grayhound too right now. They had some really close rounds. A lot of rounds there where things...